Hi everybody, welcome back into RMU Club Hockey Live, Season 2, Episode number 13. Today I have two members of the D3 Club Hockey team with us today. We got now starting goaltender Kaden Hiryok and defenseman Adam Sciorilli. Boys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
So let's get into it for this weekend. You guys got Duquesne on the docket, followed by Kent State. Some really important games going into this last little bit of crunch before playoffs. Kaden, looking ahead, you get the nod versus Kent State. How excited are you? And how big is the game for you guys?
Yeah, it's a big game. You know, these last, I think we got 5 games left. It's a real, these next stretches are really going to define us, who we are. You know, we've had big talks in the locker room about, what our team's all about. You know, we've done really good down the stretch, but we have to keep it up and finish out strong so we go, on a little hot streak going into the playoffs. Kent State's obviously, someone who we'll probably see again in the playoffs. They're up there in the rankings just like we are. And we beat them last time, but, that doesn't mean anything. And, yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but we'll play our game and be all right.
Adam, for you guys, a little short-handed, but guys like you've really stepped up in these last bit of the season. Duquesne and Kent, how does it look for you guys defensively?
Defensively, we're pretty good. We're just rolling with the normal pairings with me, Jack. Noah's going to be rotating with Sam and Tepsic, I believe, and then Baker and Pars. Defensively, we've been the same all year. I feel like we've definitely been working together with those pairings, and I think I'm excited to see what we do this weekend. I think we're going to have a great weekend.
The big topic of the conversation before we started was you two have the same combined amount of goals this season. But Adam, we need to see the first goal this weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get one. I think I got a better chance against Duquesne than I do against Kent State, but no, I plan on getting one.
There's a couple other people that are still looking for their first goal. Besides yourself, Adam, Kaden, you can chime on this as well. Who do you want to see get their first goal this weekend?
Oh, for the first goal of the season, I think it'd be cool to see Baker get one.
He needs it.
He needs it. It's last year, fifth-year senior. I think it'd be really cool to see our captain get a goal.
So. I'm looking at Kasivi. He's back in the lineup against Duquesne, and I want Kasivi to get one. He's been working hard in practice. So.
The other one I was ripping on, and I believe it was either last week or 2 weeks ago's podcast, was your partner Jack Jones. Still looking for his first goal, I think, in his career, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he had one in 21-22, but we need to see Jack Jones on the board.
I agree.
For sure.
Now let's learn a little bit about you guys. Kaden, I'll start with you. Kind of walk us through how you got into the game of hockey, your youth career, and then what led you here to RMU.
Yeah, I have a pretty unique story. I grew up in the Cayman Islands for 13 years, moved there when I was 2. And really, ever since I moved down there, I've been on, we only had roller hockey down there. It's a little hot environment to have a sheet of ice, but I've been on the roller rink ever since, I was down there and just kind of moved up. I was on the Cayman Islands travel hockey team, and we did 3 tournaments every year, going all over the world, basically, over in Toronto, California, down to South America, and different places. So that was really good, and then basically when I was a freshman in high school, transferred to a boarding school in Wheeling, West Virginia, and played in the Pittsburgh area and also in the Columbus area, and transferred to ice hockey. And that's basically where, I really fell in love with the game and wanted to continue playing to some level in college. And, coming junior, senior year, I, was looking over my options, and RMU was on the table and gave some good scholarship money and was pretty close by for me, and I wanted to stay kind of close to family, so, that's how I found RMU.
And I'm guessing much different story than
yeah, much different. Mine's pretty normal. I started skating when I was about 4, and I started playing started hockey at about 5, and I played on the South Point Rink Rat AA team all the way up through my 8th grade year. And then when I got into high school my freshman year, I moved to the Arctic Foxes AA team. And then my sophomore year of high school was my first year. I played AAA with the Mount Lebanon Hornets. And then I played AAA again my junior year of high school for the Predators. And then my senior year of high school, I was on the AA Predators team. And all throughout high school, I was definitely looking for somewhere in college where I could continue playing hockey. And just like Kaden said, the scholarship money came up. It was cheap. It was close to home, and it provided me an opportunity to keep playing.
Scholarship money helps us all, doesn't it?
It really does.
School money it's hard to come by, so take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Kaden, I got to ask, because goaltenders, you always have a unique story of how they got into the net. What about goaltending?
Yeah.
Kind of just spoke to you, something that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I think it was my first year, like 8 and under hockey. You know, basically when you're that young, you know, I think everybody gets a shot at it at some point. And, you know, they needed a goalie for that weekend, so I, you know, suited up and played in that game, and I really just fell in love with it. I, you know, did pretty well, I guess, and coach was like, okay, you're pretty good at this, why don't you play again? And I just kind of kept on going. That's kind of how I became goalie.
I know your first game, you get in there against, I believe, Case, shutout.
Case Western, yeah.
What was your welcome to college hockey moment? Was it in that game, or was it a game afterwards, or maybe after the adrenaline, everything, the euphoria wore off after a huge win?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, that was definitely a big win, but I don't think that was, you know, the moment that was like, welcome to college hockey. You know, when I got thrown into that Ohio University D2 game, that was a little more, welcome to college hockey, buddy. Like, here you go, and, you know, face 40 shots in a period or whatever. But, you know, I mean, it's all just a great experience, and, you know, getting that competition, playing against those, you know, high-level teams, it's very, very good for our team, I think, and, you know, definitely can help us individually, too, become better players.
You only let in a couple goals. I mean, I'd say you did fairly well there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but definitely still, you know, welcome to college hockey.
Adam, what was because you got thrown in a lot sooner than what Caden had. So
Yeah.
what was yours?
Mine was definitely when we went up to Michigan at the beginning of the year. I used to be able to like do this like weird chip play in high school where I would like on the boards and I would just fly right by. And my first game in college hockey, I tried to do that and got absolutely crushed. So you can, even watching me, you can still see I try and do it sometimes and it never works. But when I got crushed in Michigan, that was definitely, okay, I'm playing college hockey now. Stuff doesn't work anymore.
I want to see you do it. Just chip off the wall. That's how you're going to get your first goal, right? Chip around, whoop, right to the net, put one past the blue pad.
In high school, I did that one time, and it was pretty sick. But at this level, I doubt it.
Knowing that you guys had played Duquesne early in the year, you only won, I believe, by a 2 or 3 goal deficit. Andrew's team D4, and I know there's a couple guys missing from Duquesne's roster, but they laid a beat down on Duquesne.
Yeah.
Does that kind of help the morale going into this game a little bit? Like, okay, our D4 team handled them pretty freaking well.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's definitely like a little like, our D4 team did that, you know, we need to, you know, outscore what they did against them, and definitely, you know, pushes us a little bit further, I think. But I think at the same time it can hurt us a little bit saying, D4 team did that, you know, we have this, but, you know, we have to stick to our game and keep playing the way we do to, you know, come on top like that.
And I think at the same time, to follow up on that, we didn't exactly crush Duquesne the last time either.
Yeah.
It was definitely a close game. It was hard fought, and we definitely were not playing our game. But I think we've definitely improved over the season, and we're going to bring it.
You got, of course, like I mentioned, we got Duquesne tomorrow at Kent. You got IUP coming up along with Cal in West Virginia. Out of all 5 of these games, which one do you look at and you're like, all right, this is the one game we have to really dial in, play our best game, and have a best shot at that number 1 slot?
Right now, for me, it's got to be either IUP or Kent State. I mean, we've already clinched the playoffs, obviously, but I feel like those are definitely the 2 teams that we have left yet to play that are definitely in the cards for that bye in the playoffs. And I think to get that bye, we got to at least win 1 out of the 2 to get it.
I mean, I think, you know, we've beat every team in our division already, apart from IUP. I think, you know, that'd be a real confidence booster and kind of reassurance that, hey, we got this if we can go beat IUP in a couple weeks and, you know, kind of build off of that.
Playing a little bit of the numbers game, if you guys beat Duquesne by 7 goals or more, you will leapfrog IUP for number 1.
Yeah.
At that point, smooth sailing just went out, and you guys get it.
Yeah.
Having that bye, how important is it for you guys to get that bye and have 4 through whatever it was 3 through 6,
Yeah.
kind of just fight, and you guys get the beat up team at the end of it. It makes your path to the championship a whole lot easier.
I think, just being able to play 2 games in that playoff weekend rather than 3, I mean, that is so much, of an advantage already. I mean, teams are going to be, like you said, beat up going into the second game, which we will have been rested and ready to go, and, then it's only another game after that, and then you're there. So I think it definitely is beneficial to get that bye and to clinch that.
Yeah, I think it's huge, especially for our defensemen. I think, the playoffs are definitely going to be real physical, and at least for me, I seem to get hit a lot, and it doesn't always feel great. So I think, if we end up getting that bye, we're not going to be as beat down.
Someone who's been around the team a lot, including last year, I'll send it over to Mr. Connor Borsch. Question for the boys.
Question for the boys. I'll go with the CCM or Bauer.
Oh boy.
CCM
that
or
question.
Bauer? I got to go CCM. All throughout high school, I wore Bauer gear. And I don't know, my senior year of high school, I wasn't feeling it anymore. There was something wrong with it. I needed to switch it up. So I got a new set of gear this year and got the CCM E-Flex 6 pads and fell in love with them, love them a whole lot better. I don't know, I don't know, obviously it's different for players, but I just think the goalie equipment's a little more higher end than Bauer.
Yeah, I use a little bit of both. Always Bauer sticks, though. Bauer sticks,
That's right,
but
answer.
just for, overall equipment, I use a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
I'm okay with that answer, as long as you use a Bauer stick, though.
Oh, yeah. Bauer stick.
CCM stick, I don't know, Adam, you've probably seen this tons of times. They break a lot easier. Am I
Yeah.
wrong in that?
I do use a Bauer stick too, so
And roller.
roller and ice.
Okay.
So
See, that
yeah,
Bauer
my
Bauer
goalie
reigns
sticks are
supreme.
Bauer, yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah.
So Baker's on the way out next year. You're going to see a whole bunch of changes in the letter room. Who would you want to see wear letters next year?
That's a real tough one.
Nudie.
I could see Justin
Nudie.
Newton for sure.
Nudie will definitely get
He'd
one.
be a good captain. I'm trying to think who else.
I think Wade's a really good locker room guy.
Wade
Wade's got a good
talks a
chance.
lot. He's very good when it comes to that. I think Parker will keep his letter, and
I think I could see Rose getting one as well.
yeah, Rose is also. I mean, we have a bunch of veteran guys, a bunch of leaders. Baker was a really good veteran and leader. Same with Weeks, but yeah, I think we have just as good of leaders coming up. So I don't think that's anything for us to worry about.
And under the radar one might be JB. If
JB,
he
yeah.
decides to officially come back, I'm not sure
Yeah, no.
how the injury's going to play out for him. But
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I mean, obviously, goalie wearing the C or something, it's a little bit different. Like, you're kind of, I don't know, you're a captain, but you're not
Yeah.
really a captain. You know what I mean? Like, he definitely is a leader in the locker room, but, he can't be a goalie.
You
Can't
guys
really
weren't around, but your defensive coach, Nick Archaea, former goalie,
Yeah.
of course, had an A for 2 years. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Coach Ripper's not
Two
afraid.
A's.
Not afraid.
D1 had 2 A's our freshman.
That's right. Yep.
Both.
Mackey and Pelly both had an A. So it's
Yeah.
not uncommon
Yeah,
to see the
no,
A
yeah,
on attendee.
exactly, yeah. So
Not Roberto
Wouldn't-
Luongo situation. We're not getting a
No,
full-on C
yeah,
on the
yeah,
chest.
no, yeah, yeah.
That would
I
be-
could definitely see that.
that would be
happening.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Peyton, question for the boys.
Let's see. Old reliable, I guess.
Old reliable.
Do you have any superstitions or games,
Uh,
rituals?
I don't. I'm just kind of go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. I don't have any really.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have superstitions. It's more just like a routine that I kind of stick by and follow. Especially, on game day. I usually get a pregame meal, usually some type of sub, usually Subway, but, it doesn't really matter. Get to the rink 2 hours before the game and get settled in, put headphones on, listen to music, whatever, and then, kind of go out for the stretch with the team and kind of dial it in after that. And, that's when you really start to focus and get ready for the game. But, during the game, my stretches are the same, and I have a weird one after every, whistle. I, go to the side and skate around. It's
The
kinda
flurry.
yeah, sort of similar to Flurry. I've always been a Flurry fan growing up, but Yeah, something like that. That's usually the one I always do.
Usually goalies are the ones with the fun superstitions.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the locker room for
goalie
you
ones are
guys,
the weird ones.
who has the most unique superstition, you'd say?
I don't know. I've been around lots of locker rooms, and I'd say ours is the least superstitious locker room I've ever been around. Like, I don't know. There's not many guys that do something crazy.
I mean, there's certain people, like Parker has, like, pars, like, massage his back
I've
or
heard
something.
about this one, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a couple kids that do that. I guess he's pretty good at it.
Yeah, no, I have never tried that, but I might need that this weekend.
Before
Pars,
camp, just get 'em.
Yeah, Pars might need to get on that, but yeah, no, nothing crazy. Different guys like their skate sharpened right before the game or a couple days before a game, but like I don't know, there's nothing crazy that is unheard of.
D1 always likes to complain about the stairs messing up their skates on the way down. Is that something that
Yeah.
you guys agree with, that it does maybe take a little bit of toll walking down the steps to go on the ice?
I mean, I've never really noticed a difference. It is a pain, especially after a hard period of hockey, but I mean, I don't really see a difference.
Can't really attest to that. I take the elevator. So.
Yeah, the goalies are always the ones in the elevator.
Yeah, so.
I gotta go with the post-game locker room song. How
Yeah.
did you guys pick the song? What is the song? And I don't know, why does it just kind of work so well for you guys?
I mean, I think it's been years now that they've had that. I mean, I don't think that was something that was picked this year. I think it's been their thing, through Baker and through Jack Jones and all these older guys. Like, I think that's been their thing, and we kind of just, adopted to it as freshmen. So, yeah, I mean, it's great. Love it. They play it on the ice after we win, too, at home, and then go into the locker room and hear it, too. Like, it's great.
We got to ask about the hometowns that just kind of get thrown out randomly.
Yeah.
There's been
Yeah.
Quahog, Rhode Island. Adam, I think you might have been from Reykjavik, Iceland at one point.
I've been from a couple places.
Rosie, I think, was from Switzerland. What
Yeah.
was the funniest one, do you think? And does it kind of just get the boys going a little bit more, just having fun with the pregame intros?
Oh, for sure. I think Parker was from, like, somewhere in, like, Russia or something one
Parker was
time.
Russian, yeah.
I think that one was really good. And then I also love whenever our coaches get announced,
you
they're
boo.
like, boo. Yeah, they like that, so.
It catches the other team off guard. They're like,
It does.
why are they
It
booing
does.
the coach?
It does, and it definitely, I guess, makes it a little more fun and, gets the boys laughing and going for the game, so.
Ease the tension.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think, I haven't asked this question in a while, but it's one I used a lot last year. Do you think having a John Tucci national anthem before the game gives you guys a home ice advantage?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. I think the other team comes in like, what is going on? But, it's great, and he's a great guy. Everyone loves him around the school and around the locker room and everything. But I think it definitely catches the other team off guard.
I was gonna say it's definitely a morale booster. I
Yeah.
think we all have a good time with it on the bench, and yeah, it's just overall morale.
What was your first time listening to it in your first home game? Was it just something that did the team prepare you for it? Like, did Baker not tell you what was coming? Or?
I had no
Well,
idea.
I guess there were a couple times where I played at RMU where he sang at like my amateur games or something, because my parents brought it up when they came to watch our first home game, and they used to. I guess they didn't used to like him singing before the amateur games. So, but I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Shout out Tucci. We love
Oh,
Tucci.
yeah.
He'll probably be there for every home game.
I'm
from
sure
now
he'll
until
be there tomorrow night.
The moment you guys leave this
I'm
campus,
sure
he'll
he
still
will.
be there.
I'm sure he will.
This has happened to me personally, so I'm curious about your guys' response. Has he ever ran into you guys off, like when you're on your way to class or something, and made you late for a class?
Not made me late, but he's definitely, talked to me and tried to, have a conversation, which was good. We had a conversation, but never made me late.
Yeah, me too. Conversations, but he's never made me late.
5 times already.
5 times. That's a
And
lot.
almost late for the D4 broadcast on
Really?
Saturday.
Really?
Downstairs trying to get up, and there's Tucci waiting in the Zamboni.
Yeah, no.
Andrew had to come save me. He was like, let's go. We got to senior night. I'm like, crap. I got to run upstairs.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tucci. We appreciate him, though.
Oh, yeah.
In the
Oh,
end.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask this. Caden, obviously he's a goalie, he's going to have a different response than Adam here, but one-on-ones, what player do you like going up against? Adam, which goalie do you like to go up against?
In our own team?
Oh, your own team.
Yeah. I don't know. It's always fun going against Ethan Bendy. He's a great player. We always have competitions. Even last night at practice, after practice, we were just going at it, and I'll make a couple good saves on him. He'll score a couple good ones. It's always just a good time.
Yeah, for me, one-on-one, it's Kasivi. We went at it 2 practices ago, one-on-one, and we had a good time. And then my favorite goalie is Caden, definitely. We were doing a shootout, and I pulled the no-move Kucherov.
Yeah, he did.
Don't do that in the game.
It's not like he actually meant to, though. It just happened.
The accidental Kucherov.
Oh, yes.
The accidental, yeah.
Just make it look on purpose. Tell them like you're meant to be there.
Exactly. Oh, for sure.
I don't know if you know the answer to this, but did Kasevi ever get his Brian Rush jersey from Kiehl?
No, he did not. I think he forgot about it, and a couple weeks later, he's like, you know what? I forgot about that. I didn't get a phone call back, so I think he got outbid there. He came on
here. He did win it.
Oh, he did?
Because I remember it was me and you at the game.
Yeah.
We went over and we put his name down.
I remember that, yeah.
Because he said, I'm done building, and we said, no, you're not. Put his name down, walked away.
Yeah.
He took a long bathroom break, came back, and he's like, did I win something? I'm like, I don't know. Did you win something?
Wow, yeah, no, I did not hear that then.
But they messaged him, and they said, like, hey, you won. And he was like, I'm going to try to lowball him, see if I can get this jersey.
Wow.
So I don't know if he got it or not yet.
No, I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
You see him wearing a $180 Brian Rush jersey around, and then
we'll know. Then we'll know. Yeah.
His logic was just, he's like, well, I paid $200 for a real jersey, and then the autograph's $100.
Yeah.
Like,
he's a fake fan too. He's from the Philly area,
exactly.
So he doesn't deserve to have it anyways.
Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it him that said that he was held by Paul Bissonnette as a baby, or something like that?
No, that was our team.
It was John Wayne.
It's John Wayne.
I knew it was one of those Philly boys.
Yeah, he's from
Paul Bissonnette holding you as a baby.
Oh yeah, Biz, good guy.
You've met Biz?
I have, yeah.
Well, how did you meet Biz? And what was this?
In Wheeling, he used to play for the Wheeling Nailers.
Mm-hmm.
He also used to play for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He came down for a Rough and Rowdy night. They had a thing in Wheeling at the West Banco Arena, and he was there along with the Prez and all the Spittin' Chicklets guys, and he's just a great guy. He got the locker room going on one of the Nailers games. Announced the starting lineup and got the boys going, and great guy.
I forgot to mention with the Nailers, you and the Nailers are pretty close.
Yeah.
You've worked on the bench for them a couple of times.
Yeah.
You've been on the Penguins bench a couple of times, in the locker room. How did you get started with doing all that?
Yeah, so I think it was just my senior year, just last year of high school. The Nailers, we needed an extra helper for the equipment staff. He had reached out to my high school coach and said, hey, is anybody interested in doing this? Me and probably 5 other guys reached out and said, yeah, we'd love to do this. And he basically chose, I think he did one other person, didn't really like him, didn't bring him back. And then it's like, hey, Kaden, you want to work this game? And I just kind of fell in love with doing it. It's very fun, very, it's fun to be around those guys and to, be around hockey even more than I already am. And very fun.
Very fun job.
Yeah.
Just a coincidental just fell into your lap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not that I was really searching around for it. It just kind of happened, and I love it. So.
Adam, when Caden scratch, is he the best EQ that you guys have?
Yeah, 100%.
Is there any contention with anyone else for best EQ?
Nah.
Weeks was like, oh, I'm gonna be EQ, and I, because he was out for the season and hasn't done anything.
Nothing at all.
Sorry, Weeks, but. Let us down a little bit.
Yeah, a big letdown. Weeks.
Big letdown.
Let's go into your guys' numbers for this season. Adam, I'll start with you. Was 23 your original choice, or is that just kind of what was left over for you?
Yeah, well, my number all throughout my entire life until this year was 48.
You can't get 48.
And I can't do 48. And yeah, there were 3 people left to choose. It was me, Pars, and Tepsic. So I just went right in the middle of both of them.
Yeah.
Caden, what about for you? Because you're sometimes varies on the number.
Yeah, I'm 30. I've been 30 all throughout high school, both travel and high school team. And the number was open. It was Arky's number last year, so I was able to steal it from him this year. But
Big shoes to fill.
yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, but 30's kind of always been my thing. I think I fell in love with that number when Matt Murray was here in Pittsburgh. I know a lot of people don't like him, but, I loved him his first couple of years here, and, he was a great young guy to come in and win those 2 cups for Pittsburgh. So
I'll say, since you follow what Fleury does, you take Murray's number.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta love them both. And I understand you can get mad at Matt Murray at the end of his career, but he did win us 2 Stanley Cups.
Exactly.
Fleury won us a Stanley Cup and a half. I mean,
half. Yeah, no.
It's technically 1.5 for both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the end, you can't be mad at either one.
No, I mean they brought 3 cups here, which is something that some people have never seen in their lifetime, and I've seen it 3 times. So it's something that
I'll safely assume for both of you, both born, raised Penguin fans, correct?
Yeah.
Even in the Cayman Islands, you still get to watch Penguins hockey.
Oh yeah, we'd have to get the illegal streams and stream them down on the islands, but we were able to do it, able to watch the games and watch the Stanley Cups down there. It was really cool to come up here a couple times a year to come to games, and yeah, it was good times down there for sure.
We'll go back to the panel now. Mr. Borsch?
Did you guys have a specific pro player that you watched growing up, you idolized? I mean, I know you said Murray.
Yeah, mine's mainly Fleury.
Okay.
Definitely Fleury. This year he came to Pittsburgh with Minnesota, was able to go to that game. See, it's probably his last game in Pittsburgh.
He didn't even
Very
play.
sad. I know he didn't even play. They wanted him in, but yeah, I mean, even last year he came to Pittsburgh with Minnesota, came to that game. So I just try to follow him as much as I can and follow what he does. I mean, he's such a great guy. He's been around the league for a long time, and everyone loves him. So, yeah.
Growing up, it was definitely Letang for me. I mean, I played defense my whole life, so he was always an icon of mine, and yeah, it was definitely Letang.
Andrew?
I kind of want to go through the skills competition. We've got the All-Star game this week, so it's a great time to bring it
I
back.
had a feeling you were going there. I just had a feeling.
So on your team, who would you say is the fastest skater? Who would win the fastest skater competition?
Bendy. Ethan
Bendy or Cooch could definitely give him a run for his money.
Yeah, I agree.
Cooch has been on a heater.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. He's been on that red line, that second line for a little while with, Love just sprained his ankle. He's going to be out for a little while. And Betts has been sick, and, I think he was overseas studying abroad. So Cooch has been able to fill that role. He's been doing very well for us. So.
Hardest shot?
Parker. I hate
yeah.
One timer on the power play, it's Parker.
Yeah, you do hate to say it, but yeah, for sure,
It's Parker.
I agree.
Accuracy shooting?
I'm going to go with Betts. I mean, there have been
Betts has a
multiple
really
times
good
where
shot.
Betts just went down the ice, cut to the middle, and
Even
buried it.
from like top of the circle.
Yeah,
And stuff. He can snipe goals.
Betts can shoot. Betts can shoot the puck.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd go with him too.
What if we're talking about the glass?
Huh?
What if we're talking about shooting the glass accurately? Who would you pick?
Parker.
Yeah, that's probably Parker again.
Baker.
Yeah, Baker. A lot of RD man, I guess.
I agree.
But yeah, no.
Who would do the best in the save streak? Most breakaway saves in a row?
Probably JB if he was still able to get on the ice, probably JB.
It's right now. It's you versus
yeah, I
us,
guess.
mean.
Yeah, exactly. But Gunner could also.
Yeah, I was going to
go
say at the
for a
beginning of
run
the
at
year,
his money
probably
for
I would have chosen Gunner.
Yeah, I agree. But I think all our goalies are very strong and have kept our teams in games throughout this entire year. So I think any of them could thrive in that competition.
Another one?
Yeah, keep going. What are all 6?
All 6. The breakaway. Who could do the most creative move on the breakaway shot?
Move on the break.
I think Parker could run some stupid move.
As long as he doesn't run the goal.
I don't know if it's pulling if he pulls it off, but he'll definitely come up with the most creative thing to do. Kasivi's also pretty creative to that aspect.
I was gonna say Kasivi or Nudie. Nudie could probably come up with something.
Yeah, no, Nudie has great hands too. Do something like that.
And then saucer passes. into the small nets.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of guys here.
I don't even know. That one's a tough one.
Maybe Love.
Yeah, Love or Joe.
Joe.
I feel
yeah,
like Joe has a
really.
nice sauce.
Yeah.
That's two guys I don't think anyone said for that saucer pass
Yeah.
question. So
Yeah.
spread the love a little bit.
Spread the love a little bit to love. Yeah. Yeah.
Peyton, you have another question or a question in chat at all?
No chat questions.
Chat's quiet today.
Yeah, it is quiet.
Lori, come on.
Since you've run into some, goalie challenges, if you could pick a player to put in goal, who would it be? Like non-goalie.
Wade.
Yeah, Wade has practiced with
He's
us a
done
couple
it.
times in
Yeah,
goal.
he's done it in
So,
practice. He's looked pretty solid. Like he's a veteran at it. I don't know. I think he loves to just hop in goal whenever he can. So definitely would choose him.
What do you say, senior night, throw him in?
Hey, why
If you
not?
guys already
I don't
clinched
see why
one,
not.
Why
like,
not? Yeah.
why not?
Why not?
Put him in your gear, put him in Liam's gear, like,
Yeah.
why not?
I agree. Why not? There's
Why not?
nothing to lose at that point, right? So.
Adam, you have a pretty weird number being 48. What other weird numbers do you think just don't fit on a jersey?
Call him out saying 48
I'm not
doesn't
saying
fit on the
48. I was
jersey.
just saying
huh?
48's a unique number. I never said it was a bad number.
I don't like single-digit numbers. I've never been a fan of just having single-digit numbers. And then,
Sorry, number two.
And really, like any
I'm aware
numbers
of
in the
one.
90s, just
No
I
good
don't
on
know,
the
something
90s.
about it.
I think the number's in the 50s, like 51, 52.
That's
like,
a good one.
Who
I
uses
agree.
those?
Yeah,
right?
How about you use 51 as a goalie?
Yeah, that'd
even
be
better.
even weirder. Yeah, right. So yeah, there's definitely some weird numbers that I don't think really belong on hockey jerseys. But
If you didn't have the numbers you had now, and despite the ones maybe you had in high school, which number would you pick if it was available?
I would pick 27. And the reason is my favorite player in the NHL for a long time has been this player named Alec Martinez, who's on
LA
Vegas.
King?
Yeah, because I was an LA Kings fan growing up
Me
too.
too.
And I remember watching him scoring the overtime goal
that was crazy.
to win the Stanley Cup. So ever since then, he's been one of my favorites.
It'll be open next year, so maybe.
Yeah. I'd have to go 88. My birthday's August 8th, so 88. And
You're pulling the
Vasilevsky.
Crosby here.
Vasilevsky's 88. The big cat. Love him. I was born in Tampa, so that's probably my second team there. Lightning, but Vasilevsky's my guy.
Born in Tampa, lived in the Cayman Islands, moved to
Yeah.
West Virginia,
Yeah.
played in Pittsburgh, go to
Yeah.
school in Pittsburgh. Where are
Yeah.
you going next?
I don't know. We'll see where life takes me, but definitely somewhere cool.
What's one
I think-
place that you guys would love to play a game in, anywhere across the world?
Across the world. Ooh. I don't know. You see some of those World Juniors games in like Sweden or in Prague. Like there's definitely some pretty cool hockey towns that aren't in the States or in Canada.
I think it would also definitely be cool to like play where like a Winter Classic was played in like a football stadium or something.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to Nashville one year and play an outdoor game there. It didn't end up happening, but probably in like a Winter Classic stadium.
Imagine if we could pull something like that off. D4
Yeah.
attempted it. It didn't follow through.
Yeah.
But let's say we get, I don't know if Joe Walt would be the ideal place
Yeah,
to
just
have
do it
a
here
hockey
at the
game by
Joe,
any
right?
means, but
Yeah. No, I mean, you could do it. I don't know. Lots of different places around here. I mean, there's so many different high school stadiums.
go
and-
grab Akershire, why not?
Like, yeah, I know, right? Or like wherever.
60,000 fans watching a D3 club hockey game, why not?
Why not, right? You got nothing better to do on the
$3
Friday
tickets.
night, yeah. So
Friday night.
that'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
I'd love to do that. I think that would be
Try to do that for a charity game or something. I mean, you could definitely.
charity game at Akershire outdoors.
Nothing beats that, right?
Chris Howard wouldn't like that one if he was still here. No shout-outs to Chris Howard.
No.
None at all. You guys were lucky you didn't get to experience any.
Yeah,
of that,
I'm not too familiar with them, but
Good.
yeah.
Just keep it that way. Me and Andrew are the old ones. We're the old ones here. We know Chris Howard too well.
Yeah.
And some of your teammates getting maybe kicked off stages at Chris Howard events. Something's happened.
Well.
Teammate.
Huh?
That was our teammate.
And another one was with them.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
I was there for that.
Peyton was there. I
I'm
don't know if
very
you say
old.
that or not, but you're only 23. You're good.
Yeah.
Not too old.
I'll be 24 in August.
Old.
I know.
You have the freaking 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds here.
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Does it feel weird being the youngest players on the team at all? Because I don't know if you've ever played on a team where you guys were like the youngest.
Well, my high school team, I was.
You're flexing May as a freshman. Okay, I see.
Yeah. But I was, I was also a younger person in my class. Like, my birthday's in August. I skipped a grade moving from Cayman to the States. So I was the oldest in my class in Cayman, moved up here, and I'm the youngest. Still am the youngest. So, I think I've always been the littler, younger guy on the team or in the friend group, whatever. I've always been had that role.
Yeah, no, it's been fine for me. Everyone says I always look older than I am.
You do look older.
Everyone says I look like 21, 22.
You could
so.
easily pass for 21, 22.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think.
Baker tells me all the time.
Uh-huh.
I never
Sure.
Baker in weeks. I never hear the end of it.
They look older than you, though. Let's keep that there. They're the old men of the team.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, Baker. We haven't brought this question up, and I might as well throw some more fun at these two. But besides those two being front and center to Taylor Swift concert, who else do you think would be with them?
Me.
You.
I think
I
Max,
like that kind of music.
Max for sure would be
Yeah,
Max.
all over that. Maybe Rose or Jack, like those type of guys. They'd all be all over that.
You see, like
Our whole team, I could see our whole team there. To be honest, just front row center, our whole roster just pulling up.
I
to
know
that.
Adam's answer. I mean, but for you though, when Swifty comes on in the locker room and Baker's
Yeah.
full out singing,
Oh,
is
yeah.
that something where the headphones are in for you and you're kind of like nah or?
No, I mean I can get into that too. I mean it's not bad. I mean you have to be focused, but at the same time you gotta relax the mind and have fun with it. So I think that we have a really good balance of that in the locker room, and that kind of sets the tone of that going onto the ice.
What do you listen to before a game?
I listen to more rock, like Motley Crue, like Kickstart My Heart. I don't know, songs
Yeah.
like that, right? I mean, that's just the most generic song out there, but a lot of rock will get me going, but really anything.
Yeah, me too. Just kind of what's ever on in the locker room, I'll just listen to, and I just kind of chill and vibe out.
Who's got the Ox this year? I know it's been kind of passed around a little bit.
Wade's had it.
Yeah.
Max has had it.
Betts.
Jack's had it.
A lot of guys, to be
I don't
honest.
even know who has
Betts
it now.
had
Parker
it for a
maybe.
little bit.
Who let Parker have it?
I don't know.
We forgot the speaker last weekend, so
Yeah.
didn't have the aux there, but
Could
it's all right.
be like D4 where they have a. Well, how big is that, Andrew? For
You
like,
don't have it anymore.
What
Those
happened?
Cubbies.
it was Cubbies, yeah, and you can't have it anymore. But that speaker, yeah, I forget what arena you said, literally shook like the entire building.
It shakes every building,
Yes.
actually.
Our building.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That bad?
It was that big.
Wow, well,
Dude, you invest in a speaker that big?
might have to, but I think we're good with what we got for now. So maybe if that one dies on us one day, might have to invest in a little bit bigger one.
I'm only asking this just because your name was brought up in previous episodes. Best flow on the team. Who do you think has it?
Baker.
Baker does
He's
have
got
a
nice
lot
hair.
of lettuce on his head.
so does Jackson and Wade. Their flow's
Mhm.
pretty
The mullet
nice.
boys.
The mullet boys, yeah. You're saying my name was brought up for good
Name was
flow?
brought up.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I consider myself having like the flow, but like not the
Nothing
classic.
crazy?
No, it's not, because it's actually pretty short if you look at it. But compared to other people.
I used to have hair like all the way down to my shoulders.
It
was
We need to
bad.
see that.
Yeah, bring it back.
I don't know if you ever saw me around high school, but it was long.
Yeah.
That would have been. I want to see you bring it back. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, game day style. Who comes in with the best fit?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. Jack dresses up nice.
Yeah.
Got to give love to your partner there.
Got
Yeah.
to.
I think I've seen Wade come in with some style before. Max got some nudie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's do it best about worst.
Huh?
Maybe,
How
maybe
about
needs
worse?
maybe needs to
Worse?
rearrange the closet a little bit.
It's I don't know if it's more rearranging the closet or it's more like, oh, I don't want to dress up. Liam would be on there. Definitely have to put Liam on there.
Poor Liam.
Yeah. I don't know. Zane would have been on
Yeah,
there
Zane-
last
Zane
semester
would have
for
been on
sure.
there, definitely.
Didn't have much to it.
Not much to it at all.
Those are the two
Yeah.
that come to mind right away.
Yeah. Apart from that, I mean, everybody else,
Good stuff.
Yeah.
good enough. You know,
We do with off ice. Let's go into on ice.
on ice die.
On ice die.
I think Ethan has a pretty good setup.
Yeah, I was
Bendy's got
gonna
a pretty
say
good
Bendy's
setup.
got good
A
style.
bunch of guys. Love Nudie. Well, Nudie just switched to the fishbowl. I don't know how we're feeling about that. But
Not a fan of the fish bowls I see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm mixed about it.
I-
I think they look better on some
I
people.
would never
but
wear one.
No, I mean,
all cages.
had to make the game day post for this week, and I was like, should I really put Nudie on it with the fishbowl? I don't know. So I did, but it's alright.
Well, I didn't know that you were the graphic designer of the
I
team.
am
Okay,
the
how did
graphic
that
designer.
come about?
Well, when Weeks got hurt and he was the guy on there, he kind of took a step back and
Yeah.
it really wasn't getting done. And so I had done it in high school before and taken some graphic designer classes, and I was like, here, I'll take it from here. So kind of took over and do it now. So
Really damn good job so far.
thank you. Yeah, I like doing that. It's fun. So.
Parker did one episode of like the in the room kind of where he was talking and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, I
It
was
happened
on
for
there.
one game and it hasn't happened since.
And it shouldn't happen
happen.
anymore. That was all on, his thing. Yeah, he did a day in the life, like, oh, I'm up for breakfast, now we're going out to eat, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, no, that should not come back. We had negative reviews when it came to that. But
Was it negative team reviews or outside reviews?
It was both.
Both. Definitely wasn't praised that much, but I was lucky enough to be interviewed after one of the periods, I think, or maybe pregame. You asked me for a score prediction or something, so I was on there, but never again.
Never see it again.
No.
D4, are you taking notes for that or no?
Oh no.
That's a no for
Taking
me.
notes to not do it.
Yeah.
It's
Learn from
learn
D3 and
Stay in the life of Ryan Ritter.
Come to the rink, get 5 points, leave.
Leave. That's it. Go to Wendy's. That's about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Luke Zukowski now.
Yeah.
Gets a start on Friday against Duke.
Yeah.
Getting called up from D4. What's it like having him? Because I know he's a character, and now he's your goalie tandem partner.
Yeah.
What's it like being around Zook on the team?
I think he's like you said, a very funny character. Gets guys laughing, gets guys going. I mean, I've known him through the roller team too, and he's always been the guy that gets boys laughing and everything, whether it's at him or with him, whatever it is. But he's a good guy to have in the locker room.
I know. He's been great. Talked to him on the bus a little bit on the way back from St. Vincent, and he stepped up in a big way, getting that win for us. He's just been a joy to have in the locker room, and he's been great.
Got the first one, as you mentioned, and
Yeah,
now he gets to
Akron.
go against Duquesne.
Yeah.
Got the nerves out of the way, at least.
Yeah.
You guys give him the rookie lap, right? Of course.
Yeah.
Got to get the rookie lap in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is official or not, but I heard that Ryan Riffner, as they mentioned, is going to play on Saturday for you guys. I don't know if that's really confirmed or not yet, but
That's
D4 call-up.
That's
Yeah.
what we were told at
Mhm.
practice.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great opportunity for him. I think he deserves it after, like you guys are saying, 5 points a game. Like it's
up to 35
I
now,
think it's about
35
time he
and
gets
11.
the shot at playing it with us at D3. I'm excited to see what he can do. I think he'll bring a lot of speed to our game, and hopefully keep that point streak going in D3.
Just don't keep the coach's bias, son,
Yeah, yeah, but no, it's not
take
like
the same
that. It's-
spot or something. You can't have that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm safe. He's good. He's not moving anywhere.
You never know.
All right, let's go. Score predictions for this weekend. How we feeling? We'll start the Duquesne game.
Ooh, Duquesne, 7-2.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think we'll put up more than we did last time against Duquesne for sure.
Kent State will definitely be
I
a
think
lot
the Kent
closer.
State will be a close game. I think we beat them 3-1 last time.
That sounds right.
Or
I
I
think.
think it was 3-1. I could honestly see that again. Maybe like a 4-2, 5-3, like something closer, low scoring. I think.
Could see it being a 1-goal game.
Yeah,
Easily.
Definitely.
Maybe, 2-1.
Just remember, you're in net, so you got to prepare yourself a little
I
bit.
know, right? Yeah, I definitely think it'll be a low scoring game though, just based on how it was last time. The way we play our systems and they play their systems. We both lock each other down pretty well, and just keep the play moving. So I definitely think it'll be a low scoring game.
Real quick with roller, Adam, would you ever play roller?
I was talking to Brandon about it, and he asked me if I would ever do it, and I said no. It's not that I'm bad, it's just that, well, actually, no, I am bad. I can't stop.
Neither could Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so different from ice, at least to me. I don't think I'd ever be able to do it.
Going from roller to ice, is there much different as a goaltender, or do you find one a little bit
Oh,
easier?
there definitely is, but I have to say it's definitely easier to go from roller to ice than ice to roller, 100%. I definitely, it's, obviously as a goalie, you slide around, and on the ice, you're moving side to side. Your laterals are a lot different than they are on the roller rinks. You kind of shuffle your way across the crease on the roller rinks compared to actually sliding and doing your pushes there on the ice. So it's definitely a lot different, but, got through it now. But the first year or two on the ice were definitely tougher years for me, but yeah.
Do you use sliders in line?
See, I didn't before I got on the ice, but now that I'm an ice guy, I definitely have to use sliders. So
Yeah.
I'm good at roller. So
That's a question you have to save for when our next guest comes in. We got Jarrett Tomazich and Cam Brickett coming
Oh,
next.
yeah.
So two of your
Former
teammates.
goalie.
Former
goalie,
goalie, now captain, now forward, Jarrett Tomazich.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun to learn a little bit more from those guys. But Caden and Adam, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course,
Thank
the Liam, Joey, and Rosie, the last three. You get to call them out. I mean, the last three that haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
So hopefully get them on.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Best of luck to you guys this week. And Adam, we need
Thank
that first
you.
goal.
I'm gonna get
Needs to
it.
come. Yeah.
Caden, we need that first goal. See who gets it first.
Well, yeah, we'll see. All right.
Make sure to watch the D3 boys tomorrow night 8:15 as they take on the Duquesne Dukes. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with two members of the roller team. Stay tuned. We are back with two members of the roller hockey team. We got the captain, Mr. Jarrett Tomazich. We got the junior, the social media king, the admin of it all, Mr. Cameron Brickett. The social media king.
Social media king. I like that.
Boys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks
for having us,
Canva
Caden.
ads.
It's great to have some roller representation, full roller representation. We've had Gio and Purdue and Zook and just Caden.
Yeah,
but
they don't count.
yeah, not real roller hockey players like
No,
you
no,
guys.
no, yeah.
We play real hard.
You guys play with 5 people and
We play with 5 people.
And
against
almost still
Boston
beat
University.
Boston.
And with a
No,
destroyed
we
arm.
did beat
We
Boston.
did beat Boston.
We played them twice.
1-1 against Boston.
Yeah, we'll take it.
And it was an overtime loss, so
1-0-1.
1-0-1.
Even better.
We'll jump in. Jarrett, you're in a sling.
Yes,
What
I am. I think it was the first Boston game. I don't honestly know what happened. I don't know if I was hit, what the deal was, but I was in the locker room and I bent down to untie my skate and my shoulder just popped.
Now you're just like,
And here we are. So it was the AC joint, which is the muscle between the two bones. If it was a little bit worse, my collarbone would have been popping out. So there's that.
yeah. For better though, you're good. You're gonna play
Oh,
Long
we're
Island.
good.
You're gonna play regional.
If we had games this weekend, I'd play. I would.
I don't know if that's the best,
Probably
recommended
not.
doctor advice by any means. But
Probably not, but
Whatever.
it is what it is.
You roll on. Keep playing.
Yeah, I did. I mean,
Yeah.
I played the 3 games after. So.
Sponsored by Advil and Willpower.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Bill and Willpower.
Yeah,
It
a
works.
lot of Advil.
Even with a limited roster, you guys still find a way to stay competitive with games.
Somehow.
Somewhat at least.
It's the box.
Yeah.
We
So
do
it is.
play.
Yeah, just play a simple game.
Yeah.
Tight box.
Very tight box.
But when you get guys like Gio and Purdue and all that back, how relieving is it sometimes to just kind of take a break for a second and realize that, pushing on these guys to maybe do a little bit more work?
Super relieving until you're killing penalties for 25 of the 35 minutes.
I got to ask, why did Gio get kicked out of a game?
You want to explain
well,
this one?
Okay,
Because I was
so
losing my mind. So.
he went into the corner battling for a puck against the one guy, and I don't know, the ref had something against Gio that game.
They always
It
do.
maybe should have been a 2-minute penalty. And they gave
slew-footed the
him
kid.
a
That's what it's
5-minute
on.
major for slew footing. And then, so he was just yelling at the ref, like, that was a terrible call. And they tossed him. And he kept talking, and he kept talking. So they just sent him to the locker room.
Mind you.
And then he went up in the stands
And we
Go.
scored,
and was yelling
we scored
onto
a
the
shorty
ring
and he
from the
lost it.
stands.
And then the commissioner of the league was like, "Get him out of here."
Wow.
But mind you, in the NCRHA rulebook, the slew foot isn't even a major.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it's considered a minor. So.
It's
They